happy days, everybody. So for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano yet again. I want to let you guys know where we currently are in the market and give you my ideas about where we're possibly going to be heading in the near future. Guys, I apologize. If I look like a mess, it's because I barely got any sleep last night. I was up late doing some research, looking at the charts, found myself in a wormhole, and didn't realize that it was almost like 1 o'clock. But anyway, so again, I apologize. Not that anybody cares, but I apologize. Guys, looking at the Bitcoin 4-hourly chart, we're going to keep things really simple on today's video, just because I don't like to overcomplicate anything. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been looking at for the past week. We still have this big wedge pattern charted out on my charts, just because we broke above it and we're currently trading above this past wedge pattern doesn't mean that we can't come back into it, guys. So I like to keep it up. If it stays above it for about a week, maybe I'll take it off. But just for reference sake, I want to keep it up there. And I have, speaking of, I have actually drawn an upward channel just because, you know, I like to keep things simple and have a good view of the big picture. So we are in an upward trend, and I wanted to chart that out. It's a really simple chart, guys. And one of the things that I was talking about late last night with some of my Discord friends was that with every pump, there's a dump, right? So if Bitcoin comes back, I'm looking to enter right where the two lines cross, guys. Right there. You catch my drift? Right there where it's showing the two lines crossing, guys. And that's right about 37 to 37.5 and $38,000 range. I'm not going to be too picky, but if it gets in between $37,000 to $38,000 and retest this, which was once resistance, I'm going to get in, guys, because usually what will happen, not saying it's a promise or anything like that, guys. I'm just playing off patterns, right? That's all we can do. Usually when we bust out, we'll have a bounce off, which was once resistance, and flip it hopefully to support. And I have further confirmation of this because this is also not just where we were once being held down, but this is also the upward trend support line. So if we can get in here again, that's for me where I'm going to be taking a position and going long again, guys. Again, not financial advice, not telling you guys to do that. That's just where I'm looking to get in, is right about this area here. That was a horrible X. But right about this area here. Guys, moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum, we're still looking at the Fibonacci retracement. Let me clear this up just a little bit so you guys can see it. Again, nothing's really changed. We're still going sideways. I think a lot of altcoins, even Ethereum, is all going to go sideways for some time because the focus is on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance has picked up. That means everybody's putting money into Bitcoin and not altcoins. Just because Ethereum is the king daddy of altcoins doesn't mean it's not going to follow the same rules that all other altcoins have for themselves. And that is they're going to sit on the sidelines and wait to see what actually happens with Bitcoin. Is it a pump? Is it a fake out? Are we going to go sideways? That's what altcoin holders are looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for some kind of certain direction with Bitcoin. And I think we'll have our answer later this week. I mean, we definitely will. Enough time will have passed that we'll get an answer to whether we're going to go sideways or we're going to climb to 42,000. There's a lot of information being shared on the news webs and stuff like that on the interweb about Bitcoin, and all of it's positive, and I'll get to that in just a little bit. So I expect that we will see something happen in the near future, and with that news we will see some kind of price action movement for all these altcoins. So Ethereum's time will come. There's a lot of other good bullish things happening for Ethereum. There's a lot. I should have had this up again. I apologize. I'm running off little sleep. I should have this information up, but there's information showing that there's quite a bit of Ethereum locked up into development projects. People are building on Ethereum still. So, you know, whenever the asset is finding itself to be more rare, the price, just by the laws of everything, is going to go up. The more scarce an item is or rare an asset is, the price gets driven up. So again, guys, that's really good. And then on top of that, to build on that thought, guys, I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumbled. Like I said, that's what happens when you have little sleep. But to build on that thought of scarcity, Ethereum 2.0 is right around the corner, guys. Ethereum 2.0 is right around the corner. And when that happens, a lot of Ethereum is going to get locked up into staking, guys. And that just means more and more scarcity, which means the price is going to climb. It's going to climb. So a lot of bullish things in the near future, not so near, but it's right around the corner for Ethereum. It's later this year, so expect that to increase the price of Ethereum, guys. But for now, we're still just ranging, and I expect us to range within these channels of the Fibonacci retracement, the 0.382 to 0.236, guys. Of course, we did break below it briefly, but for the majority of the price action, we have ranged here for Ethereum. So I expect us to keep ranging. Hopefully, if I drew a line here, we range on the upside instead of the lower side of this channel. But we can only see what happens with the chart. We can't front run it. We can only be reactive, guys. But that's what I see going on for Ethereum. And for ADA, again, it's going to be basically the same thing as Ethereum. They're very, very identical. They're another top tier altcoin. Matter of fact, the charts look super similar. But I expect us to range here between, even the $1.50 to $1.60 range for the current time until Bitcoin shows us what it wants to do. Really interesting thing for Cardano is, speaking of rarity and the asset climbing in price because of it, guys. Did you know, I don't have this information either, and I apologize, I should have. But did you know that over 70% of Cardano, the people that hold Cardano, over 70% of it's staked right now? Talk about, there's no other asset in the cryptoverse that comes even close to it, guys. None. And with smart contracts coming out, and there's been a lot of, speaking of smart contracts, the developmental team working on Alonzo and all that stuff just recently came out. I shared this on my past video. Came out with really good news for the development. They've got smart contracts working. It was a simple response from the system, but they got it to respond to what they wanted to dish out to it, guys. They got a yes or no answer when they tried to speak to the system, and they got what they were looking for as far as the development team goes. So they pull out that news. That's really good news for Cardano, guys. That means smart contracts is on track to release smoothly. One of the great things about Cardano is they take their time. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. They take their time with their development, but they're getting it right. They're not going to be patching things like Ethereum, and I'm not throwing Ethereum under the bus, but it's just a fact. They're not going to be rushing things. They're not going to be patching it up later like Ethereum has to. They're getting it right on their first swing. So that's really good news for Cardano. The development team saying that everything's looking good. And of course, with smart contracts right around the corner, guys, expect the price to climb. With that being said, guys, I do want to share some news in the interwebs, guys. If you just go and search crypto news, guys, the first three things that pops up as far as the top stories is Goldman expands in crypto trading with their plans for Ether options. So another big bullish news. Now, I'm not going to click on all of them, but bullish news for Ethereum, bullish news for crypto. Anytime any kind of big institution or especially exchange or, asset management fund or anything like that comes out with news like this, that's bullish, guys, for the whole environment. That means they're looking to expand and for their clients, guys, and offer these assets and options for their clients. So really, really good news for Ethereum and everything else. Crypto asset manager Bitwise raises 70 million, guys. Again, this is just another asset manager expanding their options for their clients. Bullish news. Nothing negative right now that I'm seeing, guys. Russian foreign prime minister, this is a new one actually, states crypto might play a significant role in settlements. Well, again, big news, guys. Big news. And to kind of build on what I heard from another crypto channel, I'll just name them out, guys. I like a lot of crypto channels. A lot of people have their opinions, but I cherry pick the gems out of everybody's channels. I try to just kind of filter out the noise and take the really good discussion or talking points from them. And I like to focus on those things. But Crypto Banter was talking about, they were kind of speculating about El Salvador's president accepting Bitcoin as their form of currency. And the IMF, kind of coming out saying, if you guys don't know, got to kind of do a little bit of research. I'm not going to go into that wormhole because it'll take me forever to get to my point. But the IMF, coming out saying, whoa, I strongly suggest that you don't and rethink this and stuff like that. Get to the point of it. Crypto Banter was saying that now that El Salvador has accepted and officially made Bitcoin the legal form of tender, that means the world has to accept it. Because if you don't, then you're going at war and discriminating against a country or a nation. You know, especially if these other nation states or countries in Latin America or South America start adopting it as well. Guys, once the adoption starts happening like that, think about it. The rest of the world has to. If you're a traveler from El Salvador, and your legal form of tender in your country is Bitcoin, and you go to America and you want to use what your legal tender is, and they say they turn you away because they're saying they're not going to accept it, that's discrimination to your country. Think about it, guys. Think about it. Now, I might not be explaining it entirely too well like Crypto Banter did, and hats off, guys. Go look at their early morning. It was today's video that they were explaining this. Go look at what they were saying, and it made the world of sense, guys. The world's gonna have to start adopting it, like it or not. You're gonna have to, because then you could go to your government or your embassy and say, hey, I came here, and they're discriminating against our currency. Think about it. So, not to go down too much of a rabbit hole, because I've spent a lot of time in rabbit holes, like I said, and barely got any sleep. Excuse me. OneDrive. But yeah, guys, really, really big bullish news for crypto, guys. Elon Musk came back and is kind of about-faced and said, hey, Tesla didn't sell any Bitcoin. Just sold enough to find out if it was going to be viable for us to hold it in our balance sheets. And also, they also said that the option of taking it for a form of payment with Tesla is still on the table once these Bitcoin farmers show renewable energy is the majority of the case for them. Let's be honest, we all know the FUD. We all know the realistic, facts about Bitcoin mining and renewable energy. Cryptocurrency is, a strong proponent for renewable energy, more so than the traditional finance system or mining gold or mining lithium batteries. Did you guys know those lithium batteries get stuck in a landfill? There's no getting rid of them, guys. They don't go away. There's no recycling them or nothing like that. They just sit in a landfill after. So, come on, if you guys do your homework, we all know it's a bunch of FUD. It's manipulation. It's price suppression so that these big Western institutions and other nations and stuff like that can get these wells, so they can get the price where they want to get it before adoption happens, guys. You're in the infancy part of the mass adoption phase. Don't be shaken out. This is just my opinion, but don't be shaken out from all this FUD, guys. I know a lot of other crypto YouTubers have been saying the same thing, but I gotta agree with them, guys. Not just because I'm a big holder of some of these cryptos or assets. It's because it's the truth, guys. Think about it. We already use digital currency. We already use it. It's just being controlled, and your values controlled by centralized banking systems. They're whether you want to admit it or not, it's the truth. How many of you guys actually pay with cash money nowadays? Most of you guys whip out a debit card or a credit card. Your guys' money is already digital. I have no idea why people are so skeptical about crypto assets or cryptocurrency, whatever you want to call it. You're already using it. You're just using it in a centralized fashion where people tell you what your dollar's worth. They control what your worth is. Put it in a banking system in your savings account. You lose money because the inflation rate's higher than the interest rate they're giving you, guys. Hold money under your mattress. You're still losing money, regardless, because it's centralized. Because inflation, the dollar bill is the standard across the world, right? Well, guess what? The dollar bill is worth spit right now. Let's be honest, guys. It's right in front of your face. You guys just have to come to terms with it. Mass adoption is right in front of our faces, and it's just getting started. Get in on it. Not financial advice, just life advice. Do your research. Get in on it before the train leaves, guys, like Crypto Banter was saying. Get on the train before it leaves the station. Because when it does, it's going to be a lot harder to get on board, guys. Anyway, that's it for the video today, guys. I just want to share with you guys my thoughts. I kind of went down another wormhole. As you guys can see, that's what happens when you don't get a lot of sleep. But do me a favor. I don't say this enough. Please like the video. If you guys have sat through all of this and watched it, please like the video. Please subscribe. Please share it with your friends. I'm just a normal dude. No bias here. There's no funding from some outside source. There's no sponsorship or nothing like that. I'm just a normal dude trying to give honest viewpoints about the crypto market, and do his thing, you know. So if you guys could hit that like button, it would really help me out. With that being said, guys, stay safe. Please, I'm gonna say this over and over: practice safe risk management, proper risk management. Don't over leverage yourself, and be profitable, guys. God bless. Peace.